Howdy, and hello H2Os, roller bros, and small peaches alike. I'm your guide Q, and welcome back into some crazy nice girl stories. What you're looking at right now is the thumbnail of the first nice girl video I ever made. It's very bad, and it was called Our Nice Girl Posts New 2018 Reddit Nice Girls. The most interesting and intriguing title of all time. But anyway, let's get into these stories. Yeah. For starters, all of these are coming from the submissions email, CueSubs@gmail.com. That's CueSubs@gmail.com. And something I'm actually looking for specifically, in addition to all of the normal genres we talk about here, is Discord stories. I'm super interested in Discord communities like dating servers and all kinds of the other sorts of communities that can exist on Discord. So if you have an interesting story of something that happened to you on Discord that you think would be worth making it in a video, feel free to send it to me over there. Let me go ahead and apologize if I miss part or give too little detail at some parts. I was going through a lot, and she definitely didn't help. This has been a few years back during my 7th grade year. I was just coming off breaking up with my GF at the time. She had to move to Arkansas, and we never really got to say goodbye. And I was pretty depressed and acting out in school. This eventually led to me skipping class and getting ISS, in-school suspension, the next day. Ugh. Like, suspend me all you want, I'll just stay home from school, but in-school suspension is truly the worst punishment. So the next day I go to school and walk into the ISS room. It was a barren room with only 8 desks and the teacher's desk. As I walk in, I notice all the desks are taken except one, and that was the one by this girl. We will call her Haley. Haley didn't necessarily look bad. She was maybe a 5 out of 10 and basically looked like a basic white girl. Anyway, I took the seat by her and immediately felt her gaze on me, and would occasionally see her staring me down out of the corner of my eye, but fine, whatever. I took out my notebook and started doing work. Finally, after hours of being molested by Starbucks-fueled eyes, the day was over. I headed out front and waited to get picked up by my mom when all of a sudden I saw Haley staring at me from on top of the stairs. I looked up and made eye contact with her. Big mistake. She immediately smiled and began walking over. She introduces herself, and the cringy conversation roughly went like this. Hi, I'm Haley. Oh, hi, I'm Cameron. It's nice to meet you. Yeah, so I wanted to know if you wanted to go out. Me being the dumb kid I was, I decided to date her. To be honest, the first few days were perfectly fine. We held hands, walked each other to class, you know, the innocent dating kids have. That was until about a week after we started dating. Every time I talked to any of my female friends, like the whole 2 I had, Haley would get really upset with me and cry and say I didn't love her and loved them. Honestly, that was one of the more mundane things. After a few weeks, I started noticing weird things. Every time I would hold her hand, they would always get sweaty and smelled like spoiled ham. If I was in a rush and couldn't walk her to class, I'd get a note delivered via her friend saying that she would break up with me. Just a lot of weird stuff. Anyway, I decided to break it off with her. Bigger mistake. She started coming in my classes with love notes. She wouldn't stop following me. Anytime I tried flirting with a girl, they would yell at me the next day because Haley told them that we were together. Overall, just trying to ruin any relationship I had / was trying to make. After about 2 weeks of dealing with this, I decided to tell her off out loud in the lunchroom in front of all of her friends. After I did that, it pretty much all stopped and I went on being pretty happy. Then at the end of the year, when we were told to clean out our lockers, which I never actually used but twice, when I unlocked it to retrieve anything I may have left, I was greeted with no less than 40 neatly folded notes, some with drawings, some with poems, all with the same chicken scratch handwriting, all with the same "Love your girlfriend, Haley." Honestly, I was disgusted. A lot of the things in the notes were poorly written fan fiction of the graphically intimate things she fantasized doing with me. This was 7th grade, mind you. Folded along with these notes were drawings that could have passed as a 6-year-old's, other than the fact that they were drawings of what we were doing in the fan fictions. I was confused, disgusted, and worried. After bringing them all home and reading them, I found one with the newest date, which was dated about a week before that, which roughly said this: Cameron, it's obvious now that you either don't care or are afraid to care about me. Know that I will always love you and will never forget you. I do hope that sometime in the near future we can maybe get married, even have 2 kids, who knows. But do know that no matter what, I want to and will die in your arms. Insert poorly drawn picture of her dying in my arms with a yellow heart made of crayons surrounding us. Flash forward to February of this year. I was graduating early, and the first was my last day in my last period, which she happened to be in. She decided to shoot her shot and ask me out. I told her sorry and that I was already dating, and I'm happy with her. She sighed, accepted it, and said, "Fine, but I'm still going to die in your arms." She laughed, but I still don't know if she was serious to this day. Luckily, I've found someone I truly love, and won't have to worry about ham hands ever again. Love you, Q. Hope you stay hydrated. I hope you stay hydrated too, man. I'm glad you made it through this. Damn, so she really held on to hope there from 7th grade all the way to senior year. Kinda sounds like me with the girl that I was interested at that period in my life, except I kind of gave up earlier than that, but was still interested in her, but understood that she wouldn't be interested in me. There was absolutely no chance. The whole, "but I'm still going to die in your arms" is extremely strange, but I guess as far as these nice girls are concerned, it's kind of better than her saying, "You're going to die in my arms," or like, "You will die at my hand," or something like that. So I guess it could be worse. Hopefully you just never run into her again. I met my current boyfriend over 3 years ago, and previously to that, he had a long-term relationship with your typical "I'm not like other girls" / nice girl. They got together fairly young and had the same interests, including watching anime and being dungeon dwellers. She, let's call her Allison, broke up with him a few times / cheated during their relationship and always got him back by the old push and pull strategy. I think this may have given her a bit of an inflated ego. Allison would talk crap about other girls a lot, pointing out how ugly they looked with so much makeup and girly clothing, and how bitchy they were, which is pretty ironic since talking crap is pretty bitchy in my book, so is cheating. Anyway, about 6 months before I met him, they broke up for the last time. He wasn't really into her anymore since he, by his own words, had matured a lot and grew out of it. During the 6 months from them splitting up until I met him, Allison would harass him constantly, trying to lure him back with, "If you ever want me back, promise you'll tell me. Promise if you ever feel like you can't live without me that you let me know," even though she got herself a new boyfriend and even got engaged to that one. Fast forward to me meeting my boyfriend. We hit it off pretty quickly since we used to hang out in the same scene back in the day, and all was going well. Allison didn't like it one bit and started her own little war against us. She was trying to get him alone at every time possible, saying that she needed to talk and that they needed to do it in private behind closed doors. Which they did, and it turned out to be a crying session over the whole thing and her needing his shoulder to cry on. I said I wasn't very comfortable with him hiding in a room with Allison, since I haven't even gotten to meet her yet, so I offered to get together with her and the other friends we had in common. She straight out refused and tried to talk him into going into spare rooms at work to talk. For context, I'm not afraid to admit that I'm a girly girl. I have pink hair and I love makeup, dresses, everything Allison hates basically. A basic cheerleader to her cool nerd stereotype. Fast forward a few months and they have a huge and long fight where Allison tells my BF that she feels so betrayed and that she thought she would always be his number one, even though she's engaged and now lives with her new guy. And since he won't crawl back to her, she cuts all contact after telling him how terrible he is for sticking this giant knife in her back. How the hell could he choose me, the other conventionally attractive girl, over her, the not like other girls? Mind you that both me and my BF were very open about hanging out with her and her new boyfriend. Fast forward a while and I notice some of his friends get distant with me and soon realize after some digging that she's been talking crap about me from day one, trying to break us up, I suppose. That I stole her best friend even though I was perfectly happy with meeting her and was trying to be friends, because at this point I had no reason to think badly of her. Well, of course they believed her since she was such a nice girl. The last time she reached out to my BF was to tell him, "I'll always be here for you whenever you feel down and need to talk." She could just not handle the rejection, so talking crap about what a dumb bitch I was that apparently forced my BF to cut all contact with her was her only option. started this whole narrative that she's such a nice, caring girl that was sidelined by me, the evil thought princess, even though she jumped into a new relationship a full month after they broke up. She's still obsessed a year after or something like that, and talks a lot with his mom even to this day whilst ignoring us totally. Being very cute and nice, almost trying to take my place in any way possible. Me and my BF are still going strong though, and will continually do so. We even have a kid coming. We are getting married and all is well, thankfully. Hopefully she sticks with her new BF because I'm willing to bet almost anything she'll come back to haunt us if they end things. P.S. We're all around 30 years old by this point, which makes it even worse. Okay, I don't want to, like, criticize too much, because obviously she's just a toxic person and she's in your friend group, which complicates things. But honestly, let's say I'm the guy in this situation, I would not want to stay friends with somebody that cheated on me like this and then was trying to get me back after they cheated on me and I found somebody new. I'd be like, hey, we're not going to hang out anymore. I can hang out with our mutual friends when you're not there. If you want to hang out with our mutual friends, I'm not going to be there. And I think that after she tried to character assassinate my new girlfriend, it would just be over. I feel like everybody in the friend group should probably hate that person at this point. I don't know, maybe when you've been friends for a long time, it's different and you have some strange connection to this person, but she sounds just like a toxic human being that should just get out of your life. But hopefully everything's getting better now and her impact on your life just gets lesser and lesser and lesser, and you and your boyfriend and your new child are very happy. Hey, feel free to check out my merch store. You can find that in the description and the comments down below, alongside all of my social media, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, and the Amazon affiliate links to all the equipment I use for making videos and doing streams and stuff, which I need to get back to. Sorry for such a late video. I really got to get my crap together, stop getting out videos so late, and be a little bit more efficient. I hope you guys have a great day. Hope you're drinking more water and skating on to the best of your abilities. I'll see you guys very soon, and yeah, I hope everything's going well for you and you're staying safe out there.